Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm going to be developing a video game. But what is the game? Well, sit down, relax, and let me explain my game idea. So the story begins about a month ago, when I was given a brief for my final major project at university. The brief was to come up with a game idea that I would be developing throughout the year. I came a little unplanned. Oops. I really didn't have a clue on what I wanted to make. I really didn't have a dream game I wanted to make either. But that left my mind open to possibilities. But I still needed an idea sooner rather than later. That was until one day I stumbled upon an idea that would entice me. A stealth game in a black and white colour palette. While this did sound interesting, I didn't think that fully at first. I was leaving my mind open at the time. But as I thought about it on my walks, it struck me. What if I made a game where the player must actually hide in the shadows? Like that was a basic mechanic of the game. And that got me excited, but also a little concerned. How was I going to implement this? Then I looked at Metal Gear Solid 3's camo index. And I knew I had it now. The way the shadows and how visible the player was could be calculated based on this specific percentage. Like the higher the percentage, the closer the enemy had to be to see you.
Oh yes.
I had it! The idea, well, it was missing a few things. One was the full art style. Black and white was a colour palette and not a full art style yet. I had already decided by this point that the game was going to be made in Unity 3D, as I knew how to code C# Unity, and I also had an FOV script on hand that works so well. But my technical ability with art has a lot to be desired. Luckily, I can still make low poly assets pretty damn well. I then also thought of using white outlines for objects and enemies. It was mainly for readability in dark areas though. Another thing that was missing was a form of interactivity. I didn't want the player to just wander from one dark section to the other. I wanted them to edit their surroundings, make them actually do something in the game, rather than, of course, just walking. Well, initially, I came up with a gun that could be used to smash lights or knock things over from a distance. But as I thought about it, the gun would just detract from the stealth and push the game towards action. I really didn't want that. I wanted the game to be about literally sneaking around and being unable to take down your foes. But then I found a solution. Around this time, I was trying to come up with the theming of the game. Is it going to be a fantasy game? Well, no, it's a sci-fi game. It will take place on an enemy spaceship in a sci-fi world. And that's when I came up with the idea for a device that can hack other enemy devices, like deactivate the lights for a set duration of time, or activate a computer which makes noises, then attracting the enemies to that certain position. And you know what? That idea, it sounded good. It sounded good. Good. It kept the interactivity, while not detracting from the stealth. And for now, I think I have a solid idea of what I want to do. I want to make this game. And if that's what I'm going to do over the next year, then I'm happy.